Buonasera, buonasera a tutti. Come va? Spero tutto bene a parte il caldo. Abbiamo già qualche spettatore. Buonasera. Allora, piccolo intro di cosa faremo stasera. Completiamo come sempre il giornaliere e facciamo l'ultima, l'ultima da 10 wish, gli ultimi 10 wish per ottenere la Primordial Jade. Che non otterremo mai, ma proprio, anzi, io guardo lì perché c'ho, dov'è? Io guardo qua così, perché è qua la, ok, la telecamera è in alto qua, così. Abbiate pietà. Comunque, eh, tentiamo invano, perché io lo so, è vanissimo di ottenere la Primordial Jade, che non otterremo, già lo dico. Poi dopo tutte le gemme andranno a sommarsi a parte perché ci serviranno, visto che io ormai mi sono messo in testa di fare Jongle C6, dobbiamo fare Jongle C6, ok? D'altronde la Madonna dobbiamo farla bene, no? Allora, partiamo subito. Allora, parà. Spostiamo tutto sul secondo schermo. Track. Hai visto che robetta? Poi ci spostiamo nella sezione live. E voilà, guarda qua che robetta. Ma dove lo trovate? Uno stream Twitch così. Guarda, guarda che performance qua sotto, eh? Le scritte in Word. Ma dove siamo? Che tristezza. Adesso si apre tutto. Nel frattempo che si apre tutto, io recupero il mio bellissimo telefono. Io sposto anche il letto. Uisa. Partiamo, che sono già le 11 e mezza. Sono già che 11, sono le 10 e mezza. Sì, ma secondo me in un'oretta finiamo tutto. Tranquillamente. Stasera sarà un'altra serata da non dormire. Per il caldo bestiale che fa. Belli sti caschi. Ostia, che bello che è. Eh, riuscire a capire se fossero omologati o meno. Molto bello. Cazzo belli. Ci sono qua dei caschi che sono molto belli. Ho notato che dobbiamo alzare un pelino l'audio di Genshin perché non si sente una cippa. Anzi, più che alzare l'audio di Genshin, devo provare ad alzare quello del... Cazzo è successo? Gioco, ok. Bello sto casco così. Quanto ci vuole? Allora, ci diamo una mossa? Mi ho sentito. Allora, ciao, la si vede? Sì, 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 perfetto. Perfetto. Allora, andiamo a fare le cose easy peasy. Ah no, allora, prima dobbiamo fare... Prima le cose essenziali, quindi... no, stavo già sbagliando, perfetto. Allora, friends. Eh, Aruka. Entriamo. Ok, siamo nel suo mondo. Stasera non lagga. Stasera sembra fluido. Sembra abbastanza fluido stasera.
Wouldn't gliding be faster?
Sì, dai, 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 va bene, perfetto. Allora, vabbè. Mi è venuto un dubbio. Infatti, stasera siamo alright. Ce li hanno fregati tutti. Andiamo a spendere poco perché noi siamo brianzoli, dobbiamo spendere poco, capito? Se non c'è la necessità... Ah, questo l'abbiamo fatto. Mondstadt. Dobbiamo... No, no, Mondstadt. Inazuma. Musica. Sì, 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 fai tutto quello che devi fare. Oddio. Con calma, gioco. Prima che ti offendi troppo. Perfetto. Che bello il posterino questo qua. Dai, ascolta, sono pronto a fare una figura di merda, quindi... Ecco, appunto, osti il tamburello. Dobbiamo farlo bene, ragazzi. Canerò tutto, sto giro a fare tutto sbagliato. Allora, centro, destra... Ah... Mm. Non mi piace, non mi piace, non mi piace. Adesso, non facciamo troppi complimenti, eh. Questo è bellissimo, questo mi è piaciuto.
Bad news! Boss got arrested again!
Ancora, no, vabbè.
Just now, someone from the Tenryo Commission came to post a notice on the bulletin. I don't know what happened. I think maybe the boss. He did say that the Shogun would definitely not want to miss the almighty Arataki great and glory.
Well, I think boss is right. The almighty Shogun would
Yeah, don't you agree?
Andiamo
Come on, who cares what we think? Anyway, the boss was arrested on the spot by the Okuzumeshu. They took him to the Tenryo Commission.
a parlare con
Shinobu's probably on
Sara.
the case by now. I heard the Okuzumeshu charged the boss with causing a disturbance in a restricted military. Then Madame Kujo Sara changed it to obstructing the public.
that despicable Kujo Tengu. How can she get away with charging boss with a felony?
You idiot! That's a misdemeanor. She downgraded the offense. Anyway, I guess we'll just have to wait until the boss gets out before. Don't worry, Traveler. With Shinobu on the case, everything's gonna turn out just fine. You've been so supportive of our festival. When the boss gets out, I'm sure he'll want to thank you. I hope your journey, like our festival,
From strength to strength!
Bisogna andare a salvare quel povero disperato, bisogna andare. No. No? Ma io non ho capito, adesso con il tamburo posso anche, volendo rifare le canzoni? Tristissimo. No, il tamburello. Quindi abbiamo l'arpa, no, non dire quello che ho appena detto. Ho sbagliato. Allora, abbiamo la lira, lo zitar, zitar sì, e il drum. No, questo non mi serve. Porco boia. Come 180. La Madonna. No, tanto non ne ho la necessità perché mi serviva prima quando non avevo Cici, adesso ce l'ho Cici e quindi. Poi 60 di quelli li abbiamo presi. Ora occupiamoci di fare questi che non c'ho voglia di fare, facciamoli. Allora, già questi tre dovrebbero, questi sì, dovrebbero essere semplici. Li facciamo, li finiamo. Ah, si sente il mio respiro. Bene, perfetto. Così dovrebbe essere un pelo meno. Ok. Gioco, io capisco che non laghi io adesso. Però, un po' più di brio. Capisco che sarà per tutti, però. Abilità non ne abbiamo. Bene. Benone. Io direi di aspettare. Ma guarda, colgo adesso. Cazzo aspetto. Aspetta un attimo, ho avuto il dubbio. Quando è il dubbio è il dubbio, non puoi fare niente. 160, no. No. No, purtroppo no. Che brutta scena. Purtroppo non facciamo. No, Ah, mi picchiano!
Time for takeoff.
Non più adesso.
Order guide you.
Inazuma shines eternal. Ha!
Mamma mia. Laggate assurde. Eppure il computer è buono. Non so che o forse completando quella di Yelan di queste ci dà altre gemmette. Che mi dice 50 prima, forse per poco. Vabbè, proviamo. Volta. Ce la possiamo fare. Ne dubito fortemente, ma secondo me ce la facciamo. Dai, sì, ce la facciamo. Ce la facciamo a non ottenere niente. Allora, basta picchiarmi.
Stabilize. We should look for a place to take shelter. I'll be fine. Gather!
There is no escape.
This is order.
Now you shall perish. Think you can get away?
Abbastanza buono. Bene. Ragazzi, si muore dal caldo. Un caldo torrido. Dove vado? Dove vado? Io dove vado? Ah, ho capito qual è.
Stabilize.
Shine down.
Adesso ci sono...
Wouldn't gliding be faster?
Order guide you.
Illusion shattered. Ha! Inazuma shines eternal. Ha! Back off. Shine down.
I will have order.
Cioè, praticamente sono
There is no
respawnati.
escape.
Simpatico. Adesso vediamo com'è la solfa, perché se con le missioni che completiamo adesso così il Battle Pass lo portiamo a 10.000 punti, è inutile andare a fare
Ad Astra,
le line.
thank you for Ad Astra.
Secondo me non gliela fai, non gliela fai, non gliela fai. 38. No, no.
Ancient alchemy truly is fascinating.
Anche senza fare quello lì non... No. Sì, sì, sì. Allora, 300 gemme per passare al 40.
Truly is fascinating.
No. Possiamo provare a finire la quest di Yelan, ma mi sa che... Vabbè, è domenica, andiamo a fare queste, così dobbiamo solo farne 4. Poi continuiamo con la storia di Yelan, vediamo se riusciamo a ottenere qualche altra primo gem, ma non ci conto. Peccato. Dobbiamo fare con quelle 8 lì, ma... Start. Per una gemma, vabbè. Ne dubito fortemente che riusciamo a ottenerla, però vabbè.
Gather.
Wheel of Life. Think you can get away? Illusion shattered.
Order guide you.
Quante ne ho? 4. Facciamo una cosa bella spedita. Tanto questi in ogni caso ci servono. Perché se ne avanziamo qualcuno per Shao, cioè ne avanziamo qualcuno da Shao, lo usiamo per potenziare gli altri. Questo è uno dei domain più semplici. Quindi...
Gather.
Go. Hi. Hey. Time for takeoff.
Shine down!
I will have order.
Torn to oblivion!
Can't run from dead.
Tanto questi non bastano mai. Poi Shaw dobbiamo coronarlo, quindi le corone ce le abbiamo. Non so che però non so quante corone ho in totale. Che si contano le corone? Dovrebbero essere qua. Ah, ne ho 6, quindi 2 personaggi posso livellarli. Quante ne ho invece? 70? 14 non bastano. Assolutamente no, non bastano. Mm, pochi. Pochi.
Gather.
Life goes on. Think you can get away?
Illusion shattered!
This is order. Can't run from stabilize.
Rise.
Sì, tanto anche la quest di Yelan.
Like,
Non ci vorrà tanto per finirla.
time for takeoff.
Shine down!
I will have order.
Inazuma shines eternal!
Can't run from dead.
Bene. Possiamo proseguire con la quest di Yelan. Adesso, cosa abbiamo fatto? Un 33 o 23? È un 33. Allora, Yen ce l'abbiamo già segnata. Proseguiamo. Oh signore. Oi.
What's Polite doing here today?
Look, your asking price for this batch is just too high. I can't buy in at this price. How am I supposed to turn a profit?
Come on, hear me out. I'm telling you, this is the single best batch of Sunsettias ever. I accidentally dropped one into a well, and even the water turned sweet.
Even so...
All right. I'll let you in on a little secret. The boss of Second Life also wants to buy from me, but I haven't responded yet. If you won't take him, I'll just have to partner with them instead. And neither of us will.
Okay, well, when you put it that way, I'll accept your asking price. I'll take all your stock. Don't... Oh, what are you doing here? And to be clear, these Sunsettias are mine. I got to them first. Don't get...
Actually, we want to ask you about a guy called Juri. Have you heard of him before?
Juri? Yes, he's quite well known. I've heard a story about him. They say he was born into poverty. His parents died when he was young, and he was treated cruelly by the local community. One of his neighbors was terribly rude to him all the time, but Juri never retaliated. And when his neighbor went bankrupt, he even helped support the family. He returned cruelty with kindness, injustice with peace offerings. A gentleman of talent and character, and... oh, how did I not notice him sooner? In fact, maybe I'm not...
Oh, he sounds like a decent man. We can finally brave us.
Why are you asking about him anyway? You aren't looking for a brand ambassador too? Well then, in that case, the higher bidder takes the... Ah, that's Jury right over there. Why don't we...
Where? Where?
It's him, all right. Looks like he's chatting with Lean Long. Come on, let's try not to let him see you. We want this information.
I'll just go and fetch an employment contract. And hey, don't try and cut me out of this. Hey!
I understand. Let's walk and talk. So, you were looking to buy a wineware set? Oh, now I can see that you're a connoisseur, so I won't bother trying to con you. I trust you understand our shop quite well?
The truth is, an old friend of mine who likes to have a drink now and then.
What's the hurry? Don't get too close, or he'll see you.
Come ha fatto a vedermi? Ero dietro... oh, pazienza.
Try not to let him see.
I understand. Let's walk and talk. So, you were looking to buy a wineware set? Oh, now I can see that you're a connoisseur, so I won't bother trying to con you. I trust you understand our shop quite well?
The truth is, an old friend of mine who likes to have a drink now and then. He fancies himself as a man of culture, but doesn't care for needless extravagance. So I thought I might buy him a set of high-quality fakes.
How very thoughtful of you. Leave it to me, then. Come and collect it at Shigu Antiques whenever is convenient.
Thank you very much, Miss Linlong.
It's my pleasure, Mr. Juri. These days, it's quite rare for someone of your standing to still keep up with their old friends. It's nice to see. I'll be sure to pick out a good set for you. You can count on me. Juri seems to get along really well with everyone. Are you satisfied now, Yelan? Seems like everyone thinks...
We shouldn't jump to conclusions just yet. Let's go check out the wharf where he usually goes fishing.
Wait, you're not just trying to dig up some dirt on Juri.
Maybe I am. Maybe I'm not. But hey, if I do become Tianshu, you'll be able to try all the finest food for free. How does that sound?
We will? Well, come on!
Arkadaşlar is... Oh, aspetta, aspetta, che me l'ho dimenticato. Ma... Ah, l'ho dimenticato di doppiare, mamma mia. Jacqueline, good chatting. Oh, chissà. Sì, praticamente si occupa di commerciare pietre. Casma. No, ma lui è uno storyteller, è un raccontastorie. Oh, sto leggendo perché già ci capisco. Sì, dopo. Sono concentrato perché già ci capisco poco. Inglese. Poi la pronuncia mi aiuta. È in vacanza adesso e lo vedo con gli occhiali da sole e la maglietta hawaiana, la camicetta hawaiana. Quindi praticamente l'ha detto che è stato lui a salvarci, ok. Ah, ci ha dato un ventaco. Ah, ma non era correlato alla storia. Era un... Ah, ok. Era un evento collegato al... Ok, al caso, alla missione che abbiamo fatto in
The wharf is
precedenza.
as busy as ever. I hear the anglers here sometimes sell their fish to the nearby fishmongers.
Welcome. What would you like to buy today?
Sorry to interrupt. We're actually members of the Liyue Anglers Association, and we just wanted to ask a few questions about someone. We've heard about this young man called Jur-E, who's supposed to be a fantastic fisherman.
Whoa! Yelan made up a whole fake identity.
Ah, yes, Jury. He's been making quite a name for himself recently. I've got some friends who travel all over the place, and they tell me everywhere they go they meet someone who's heard of him.
Mm? Sì, dopo. E finisco qua e vado.
Apparently, he had a rather tough time growing up. Had to work several jobs alongside his studies to make ends meet.
Ce n'è di
How does
tempo.
that saying go? What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Well, if there's anything to that logic, he's sure to be phenomenally successful one day.
Yeah, we think so too.
But I'm afraid your Anglers Association might be in for...
Oh? Why's that?
He's good at a lot of things, but fishing isn't one of them. He fishes at the wharf and sells what he catches to... His catches are always mediocre. Not terrible, but equally nothing to write home about. If you're looking to recruit some new members, though, I do know a few top anglers I could put...
That sounds fantastic. I've got a couple of other things to attend to right now, though.
Sure thing. See?
Everywhere they go, they meet someone who's heard of him. Come on, let's keep asking around.
Here to buy some fish? It's 300 for one or 3 for 1,000. You better hurry. When they're gone,
Hello, we're from the Society for Fish Price Research. We'd just like to ask...
Wow, she switched identity?
Society for Fish Price Research? I haven't done anything illegal.
Please, don't worry. We're just here to conduct a simple survey. We've heard about a certain Jur-E who's been selling fresh fish at low prices in this area recently.
So this isn't about me. You should have said something, you know. I know the guy. I can tell you what I know. I haven't heard anything about him selling fresh fish at low prices, but it wouldn't surprise me.
Oh? Why is that?
Because he's so poor. His parents died when he was very young, and his alcoholic father still owed a huge... He was still a kid when he first came to the wharf. His clothes were ragged, and he had a bandage wrapped around his head. And he managed to survive, thanks to Uncle Tien, who gave him some food. But still to this day, he doesn't have a lot of mora to his name. I mean, he can afford to eat and everything, but you'll often see him haggling with others over just a few mora, so it's not like he catches much any.
You'd rather he didn't know?
Well, I spoke to him once briefly, and I just had a feeling that he really cared. I think he has pretty low self-esteem, but hey, it's hardly my place to say anything. And nobody's perfect. I just wouldn't want.
I see. Well, thank you for sharing that with...
Not a problem. And just for the record, there's absolutely nothing wrong with the price.
The more times you say it, the less convincing.
Doesn't have a lot of mora to his name. Okay, let's keep going.
Hey, it's you guys! Wait, what's the phrase? Oh yeah. Honored to meet you. What brings you to me?
The truth is, we are but newcomers to this territory. We heard tell of a great martial artist, Master Dugu, who knows...
Really? People said I know everything there.
But of course, we also heard that Master Dugu is a kind and virtuous swordsman who never turns away anyone who comes with questions.
Great! So what do you wish to know? Nothing.
Now she's lying to a kid.
So, Master Dugu, have you heard of one by the name...
Sure have. You mean that guy that all the grown-ups are talking about? I've heard many tales of jury. For example, probably because it's nothing that important. I prefer stories about...
Oh, I can completely understand that. Then let me ask you this.
Oh yeah, I know that. It was about 2 or 3 months ago. Before that, people always used to talk about jury in a kind of nasty tone of voice. But 2 or 3 months ago, suddenly everyone started to like him. Sometimes he gives me candies. So I'm glad that people are starting to like him now.
Just as I thought.
Huh? What do you mean?
I mean, just as I thought, Master Dugu is indeed as kind and virtuous as the legends claim.
I'm not... Oh yeah, one other thing. These days, there's a lot of people I've never seen before talking about jury stories in the street. They say...
Oh,
Great! So next time I see them, I'll say hi.
Certainly. You can also tell my friend in Yenshang Tea House about what they're up to.
Thank you, ma'am.
You're welcome. Well then, fare thee well,
Until we meet again.
Any of that sound strange to you?
Strange? What was strange about it? Juyi seems to have a great reputation. Uncle Soon and Uncle Gao spoke highly of him, and Dugu Shuo seems to like him too.
True. But the issue is, where did his sudden celebrity...
Sudden? Too good to be true?
So he returns cruelty with kindness, and had to work to support his studies. These are the kinds of things... Do you remember what Dugu Shuo said about Zhiyi's stories? Clearly they left him with a good impression of the guy. Plus, there's the fact that all this praise of Zhiyi has only... His childhood, his studies, the thing with his neighbor...
When you put it like that, it is kinda strange.
Of course, if that's all there was to it, I wouldn't... Zhiyi was born into a poor family. Paying people... The problem is, do you remember what Uncle Gao said about him? He's stayed poor his whole life. Everything he's earned he's either spent on studying, traveling... Right. And that changes everything. It can mean a powerful faction is... That's the worst case scenario. But
Someone's trying to gain influence over the Qixing? That sounds serious. What should we... Even if we ask Juyi about it, surely they're...
First, we need to find out who's supporting him. Remember the current affairs and planning stage of the assessment? Since the successful candidate is duty-bound to implement their plan, whoever is secretly helping Zhiyi must be seeking to benefit from his actions after his appointment. So, come on, let's get back to Yenshang.
Bah.
Zhiyi's manifesto covers a huge range of topics. Looking for details that don't add up? I'll divide the reports into 2 piles. You take one, I'll take the other. Officially, the assessment is already over, and I'll be expected to announce the results.
Yikes! We better hurry!
Whatever else Uncle Tien might think of Jur-E, the fact remains that he's one of his any evidence he's left is not going to be immediately obvious.
Well, all this reading is giving Paimon a headache. Let's take a break.
Looks like I'm the first one back.
Oh, hey! It's one of Yelan's little helpers! If you're back, that means you finished investigating.
You betcha. I visited all the commerce guilds and gathered a wealth of information. Every time they asked me to...
Don't drag this out. Just
Yes, Lady Yelan. To summarize my findings, most people who've had interactions with Qianwei will start out complaining about how proud and arrogant he is, but then go on to give a generally positive... The young master of the Feiyun Commerce Guild said that Qianwei, once he signs a contract with somebody, he treats them fairly
Who'd have thought?
Is it possible that his
Sì,
reputation
cerchiamo
is fake?
di stringere un
Is there
po'
any way you can
perché...
check the accounts of the businesses under his name?
In theory, that should be very difficult. But here's the thing. Where he buys from and sells to should be confidential business information, but he doesn't seem interested. Qianwei often sees business opportunities that others don't, but once he's it's like he wants people to know that they still can't beat him, even if he shares all of his secrets.
What a strange guy. It's like he's not doing business
To validate his theories. No wonder his manifesto contains so many insights. It's all the result of his first-hand
I'm back! Huh? Why do you think? Obviously, because I possess superior skills, and am always one—
You... Ugh, whatever. I'm not getting into an argument with you. Lady Yelan, I have finished investigating Minghua.
Well, we're all ears.
The Ministry of Civil Affairs says that Minghua struggles to get his words out when he gets... But after a few days of getting to know him, you can pretty much have an...
In your opinion, was...
I don't believe so. According to Miss Yu, the Ministry often gets Minghua... Oh, and also, there was once someone in the Ministry who was lying and cheating to try to advance their career.
Whoa. That's hard to...
Like I said before, things are not always as they appear.
Ah! So that's what you meant by that.
Thank you both. You're free to go now. So, have you finished reading the manifesto?
We still have a bit left.
I can't see any immediate problems looking at the individual entries. The only one that strikes me as a little unusual is the Qiangshu Pool redevelopment plan. Qiangshu Pool has always been home to many secrets. Plus, Ajdaha once wrought havoc there. So at some point, a rumor began to go around that a long time ago, with the approval of the Qixing, a mining...
So, did they find any
None. The ruin was completely impenetrable. The only way they could have gotten through the solid rock would have been by blowing it open with a special kind of explosive. The technology wasn't mature enough at that time, so the excavation project was... Jur-E's manifesto focuses on solving problems, and this treasure hunt seems extremely risky. Still, this one fact alone doesn't tell us much. Everyone wants to get their hands on this treasure. The treasure hoarders, the Fatui...
Excavation? Project? Treasure? Did we read anything similar in our half of the manifesto? Oh yeah! Jur-E said the Blackcliff Forge workers...
Did he now? Well, that makes everything much clearer. So Jur-E wants the Blackcliff Forge to...
Does that mean the Blackcliff Forge is Jur-E's secret supporter?
No, Not. They do possess some specialized explosives, but it would seem more trouble than it's worth. Still, since the clues are pointing toward the Blackcliff Forge, we should see where they lead.
Shenwei and Mingbo both turned out to be completely different than what we thought. What about Juri? Is there another side to him too?
This is the Blackcliff Forge. Let's look around for clues.
Standing guard ain't so bad.
Violet grass is a plant that enjoys a moist environment and is best picked after it rains. If you should choose to pick any, be sure to store them appropriately.
What's this?
From the back, it looks like a ledger, but it seems they also use it as a site log. We don't know who wrote it, but it's interesting, don't you think? These newcomers.
You think they're suspicious?
Yes. Look, it says right there, one of them's already been. At this rate, by the time the Qingshu Pool redevelopment plan is ready to roll, they'll be the technical backbone. That'll give them the chance to take a lot of liberties. They can copy any secret texts or imagine if we didn't suspect anything. By the time Jur-E recommends the Blackcliff, no red flags if all they did was change some key staff. And even if we decided to vet, that's the advantage of planning this far in advance.
When you put it like that, it all makes sense. If we hadn't found this out, someone else would have stolen. So, who's really back?
That's a question for the newcomers. But let's start with that worker over.
Excuse us. We want to ask you about the newcomer.
I gotta say, these newcomers are in tip-top shape. Fast learners, too. They're picking up all the skills unbelievably. My only complaint is that they're always going out drinking at night. I guess they just need some time to adjust.
They go out drinking. This area isn't exactly renowned.
You got that right. They tell me they go all the way back to Liyue Harbor. It rained after work today, so they actually stuck around at the site for a while. But as soon as the rains... Hey, you're only young once, right? Nice.
Interesting. Let's go. Looks like our hunch was on the Mora. Drinking in Liyue Harbor, huh? Some cover story. I'll wait. Good thing it rained today. It means they'll leave footprints. I doubt they'd give themselves away that...
Aspetta un attimo. Ma quant'è che sono? Sbagliato. 38, 48. Sì, dai, ci siamo.
They went that way. Hurry, we gotta catch up. These footprints are heading towards Liyue Harbor. Maybe we were wrong about them.
Just as I thought. They didn't go to Liyue Harbor. They went that way. The footprints stopped, but, judging from the direction, I'm guessing their destination was that of...
No, 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 no. Sì, va bene. Sì, sì, va bene, va bene.
Looks like we were too late. This has gotta be where the newcomers rendezvous. Look at these ashes. Someone was burning duck.
Could there be anything left? Maybe the wind could have blown the fire out before everything was finished.
The odds of that are very slim. It's practically impossible.
Why don't we wait for them back at the Black Cliff Forge?
We can't count on that. Clearly they were based here at one point, but it's mysterious. To me, that says that whoever's behind this has moved them somewhere else.
Darn! Guess this.
Make no mistake. The purpose of our trip wasn't to find any solid evidence. I smelled something peculiar. Those newcomers probably thought they'd be safe as long as they burned the letters. But what they failed to consider is that paper and ink.
Really? Paimon can't smell anything. Do you smell anything?
There is a certain place with a freezing cold climate where there's nothing but ice as far as the. Some wealthy people there put floral fragrance in their ink as a way of injecting a little romance into. When that fragrant ink is burned, this is the exact odor that it leaves behind. Exactly. The evidence will soon be blown away by the wind, so it's nothing we can arrest anyone with.
Ci sono sempre di mezzo loro, non c'è niente da
But it's all
fare.
I need. Now I know who we're dealing with. I can plan our next move.
Lady Yelan! Oh, thank goodness I finally found you. I thought I'd never see you again.
Don't be alarmed. This is Upei. He's Wenyuan and Shanghua's colleague. I sent him to look into Zhi-Yi's regular contacts. Since Zhi-Yi likes fishing, Upei thought he might know some of the fishermen and I left him a note at Yanshang Tea House. So, what did you find out at
Forgive my incompetence. I'm afraid I've come up empty-handed. I asked all the fishermen multiple times, but none of them had any interactions with Zhi-Yi before. Then the waves got so choppy I ended up falling overboard. When I got back, I heard that you'd gone to Black Cliff Forge and might need backup, so I went straight there as fast as I could. Didn't even stop to change my clothes.
Well, Uncle Tian said that Zhi-Yi once bought a recipe from one of the fishermen. Did you hear?
What? No, that's not possible. It's absolutely not possible. Lady Yelan, I'm telling you, I spoke to every single fisherman out there, and none of them mentioned anything about a recipe.
Interesting. Then I wonder how that even more wonderful fish soup came about.
Fish soup? What fish soup?
Nothing. Our priority right now is to find a way to get our hands on some solid evidence. Well, any suggestions? Not a bad idea. Upei, what do you think?
Honestly, I've already tried following Zhi-Yi, but the guy's too cautious.
Okay, so tail it.
No, we'll still need to tail him. But first...
Groundwork?
When you've worked in intelligence for a long time, you'll understand that no one can stay on high alert forever. Tomorrow morning, I'll announce his victory at Yuehai Pavilion. Take a guess what you think he'll do next. Be sure to arrive on time. You won't...
Conclusion, ormai siamo alla fine, quindi.
You shouldn't see me like...
It looks like we're all here. Well then, time for me to announce the results of the... I won't drone on about the importance of the Tianshu roll. Suffice to say...
All of us here know the score. Don't beat around the bush, just...
Qianwei has many pioneering ideas, but some of his plans are lacking in detail, and he easily gets into testing. Mingbo is reliable, but not quite ambitious enough. and because of his personality, he's struck. In contrast, Jur-E is evenly balanced across the board and enjoys an excellent after much consideration. I have decided to recommend
What? Oh, congratulations. Thank you. Honestly, I'm a little surprised to hear my name being announced. In my estimation, all three of us are worthy candidates for the Tianshu position. As your competitor, I've become keen. Would either of you entertain the possibility of working with me in the future? And taking—
I'll have to see. I'm in a bad mood. This is the last thing I want to be thinking about right now.
I don't mind, as long as I can help.
Okay, well, that's all from me. Jur-E, you'll have some preparation to do. It won't be long before you're informed of your official appointment.
I will live up to the Tianshu name. On this, you have my word. I should go. I need to pack my things, and then I think a celebratory meal is in order.
Count me out. I'm not in the mood for—
Jur-E seems pretty relaxed now. This would be a good time to follow it.
Hey, traveler, tell me something. What exactly does that guy have that I— If you can't answer that, I'm not accepting this—
I, also wouldn't—
Oh no, if we get stuck here, we won't be able—
Follow him.
Yes, ma'am.
We finally got—
Lady Yelan, Jur-E has gone towards Feiyun Slope.
Follow him. Quick.
So Jur-E really sided with the Fatui? But Uncle Tian thinks so highly of him. Why would he do this?
Difficult to say. But everything should become a lot clearer when we find him.
Sorry, Lady Yelan. He's too good at this. We weren't able to keep following him without being—
How the heck did he manage to shake Yelan's— I guess Jur-E didn't let his guard down. Still is—
No, Upe says he's much more relaxed than usual. Maybe it's just how he's wired.
Don't blame yourselves. Let's not forget he was trained by Uncle Tian himself. Evading detection is— If I'd asked you to tail Uncle Tian, you'd have ended up at a dead end too.
Shinyue Kiosk. He only went in briefly. Upe and I were watching outside the whole— A few moments later, a man dressed in a completely different outfit came out. Upe had a feeling that it was him. I figured that if we spooked him, it would undo what we've accomplished today so far. Another option would have been to arrest him there and then, but without any evidence. So I stopped Upe, and I stayed here to wait for you while that meathead went to ask around in Shinyue.
Good work. The fish didn't take the bait, but that's okay. As long as he's still swimming around, we'll find a way to catch him eventually. The key is figuring out what he's trying. Let's go to Shinyue Kiosk.
Could you explain to me how that works? A guy like him comes in.
Our customers are free to dress however they please.
Okay, fair enough, but didn't you think it—
Well, maybe I did, but it still doesn't give me the right to—
Enough. Let's tone this down a little. I'll make this quick. Just one question. What did he buy while he—
Oh, he didn't buy anything. He just picked up a bottle of liquor that he ordered ages ago.
A bottle of liquor?
Yes, a very strong kind. Fiery, with a rich flavor. Not something the average— This gentleman ordered it in person from us a long time ago. He was only here today to pick—
Liquor and wineware.
Where to?
Shiguen.
Ci siamo quasi alla fine, eh? Siamo quasi a capolinea con la storia. Sì, sì, stasera la finiamo.
Hey, Miss Linlong. Sorry to bother you. We're friends of his. He's been telling us how impressed he is with the quality, considering how affordable it was.
Sure. Which model are you looking for?
We don't really know a whole lot about wineware. Let's just go with Jur-E's choice. Would you be able to show us the one?
Jur-E picked up his set not long ago as a quality imitation of an antique. Just so you're aware, we don't have many of this model left in stock. And now that Mr. Jur-E has taken one...
Don't worry, price shouldn't be an issue. I'm sure we can work something out. But I'm just a little hazy on one thing.
For this set, the wine glasses are sold separately. Minimum purchase is one glass.
Okay. Thanks, Lean Long.
Well, don't take too long. We could sell out any day now.
This is turning into a real...
I'd just like to point out that we have the self-professed Grand Master of Fieldwork here to thank for...
It's not like you did any...
My specialty is information trading, okay? I don't have the physical agility. What's your...
Yelan, so has the plan failed? Oh, if we can't figure out where Jerry went, there's not much we can do. But what?
If so, it's no ordinary.
What do you mean?
First of all, Jur-E isn't much of a drinker. On some level, he hates alcohol because of what it did to his father. If he was just looking to celebrate by himself, he wouldn't spend his meager savings on an expensive... No, this is a victory feast. Held in honor of Jur-E's... Whoever this person is clearly enjoys hard liquor and has a very... Now where might we find Fatui?
Fatui officials. Should be either the Snezhnayan embassy or the North...
Have both locations surrounded. Take a...
Lady Yelan, is it time for us to make our move? If so...
Get with the program, would you? This is a covert surveillance, in which case, we don't need to change tactic.
Great idea! So we just need to find out who Jerry bought that liquor.
But Lady Yelan, if we get caught, this could become a major diplomatic
I'm well aware, but don't you see? Jur-E is gambling everything on this. If we really want to catch him, stick to your orders. And make sure we're covering all other bases too. Anywhere.
Yes, ma'am.
Don't worry, Lady Yelan.
I'll be waiting for you at the tea house. If I'm guessing correctly, Fatui officials are likely to take action at night.
Guardando degli eventi.
Yahoo!
Perfect timing. Wenyuan just sent word that the Fatui ambassador used...
Qingshu Pool?
It looks like that's where they've arranged to meet. Qingshu Pool is always crawling with monsters. Most people wouldn't dream of going...
Oh no, we gotta go get...
Let's go. If my...
Proviamo, però ne dubito fortemente. Dicevamo.
This is Qingshu Pool, full of ruins, crawling with monsters. Anyone with any sense steers well clear of this place. I've looked into the place before. There's a worker's entrance somewhere around here. Follow me. There's been some work done on this place in the past, but it's a bit of a labyrinth inside. The workers left an emergency access. Still, be ready to fight at any moment.
Don't worry, we're all By the way, Yelan, where are your three little helpers at?
They have other things to take care of first.
Vai. Yelan, avremo Yelan come personaggio, quindi infatti, dicevo.
Gather!
Rise. Gotcha. Busted.
Illusion shattered. Torn to oblivion. There is no escape.
Gotcha. As I expected. But this shouldn't be too much trouble.
You guys see that? That's gotta be the Fatui ambassador here to meet Jui. That must be the emergency access route, right? Come on, let's...
Ah,
Solidify!
Take it easy. Here comes the catch.
Faster? Okay, faster.
The water's gone down. Hey, look! Is that another way through?
un altro passaggio. Fai giusto per curiosità vedere se dietro qua c'è qualcosa.
Go.
Quietly now.
Yeah! Solidify! Yeah!
Shine down.
Oh, oh.
Think you can get away? There is no escape. Inazuma shines eternal.
Semplice. Bene, 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 bene. Ah, ok, sì, giusto.
The water's flowed into the groove, and now the statues have lit up. Okay, now we should be able to move the statues. Ah, è giusto, è giusto.
The door is open. Let's go.
We should be nearly at the bottom now. Let's wrap this up.
Shine down!
Order guide you.
Torn to oblivion! Ha!
Wheel of life.
Things are about to get dicey. Got it.
I will have order.
Molto bene, 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 bene. Allora, vediamo un po'.
I can tell from the aroma that this is very fine liquor indeed. Come on, bottoms up. After you.
Oh, sorry, that went down the wrong way. I've never drunk anything this.
You'll get there. If you want to stay friends with us, you have to drink with us.
I'll do my.
You're more of a lightweight than I thought. Already. I thought you were made of sterner stuff. You certainly kept it together when you were poisoning your teacher's soup. Come on, another round. Less talk.
Sure. You didn't leave me much of a choice, though, did you? Just the mention of poisoning sends shivers down my spine. I'm more timid than you realize. Every time I poisoned him...
Look, I know it has not been easy for you, my friend. But I have to say, you really are quite a genius at poisoning people. I mean, the poison we brought from Snezhnaya is as strong as this wine, but you found a way to turn it into... what was it you said? Oh, yeah. You said the soup's fishy flavor neutralizes the pungency of the poison, and this process...
It struck me one day when I was fishing. I'm lucky it did.
You have performed excellently. The Fatui will continue to provide the support you need to consolidate your position as Tianshu. Aside from Qingshu Pool.
Don't worry. Whatever tasks...
Did you hear that? It was poison! That's why Uncle Tian hasn't been feeling well recently. It's all What a nasty guy.
Hold on. Did you bring a camera? If not, you can use mine. This is quite a scene. We have to catch.
Excellent liquor. We've seen no progress on the diplomatic front, and everyone has been eyeing up the treasure of
Quindi
Qingshu
stanno
Pool.
avvelenando lo zio
But
Tiang.
soon, everything will be taken care of. I remember when I first saw you. I knew right away that you would make a good partner for us. Hey.
How could I forget? You said a lowly commoner like me could the only way is for you to shine bright in the Tianshu's darkest moment. I think...
Yes, under normal circumstances, just look at your two competitors. Qin Wei had wealth. Ming Boa had reputation, and that's why I decided to help you. You know, there's an old saying in the Fatui. Give a starving dog a bone, and it'll go...
Yes, I cannot thank you.
You know, the best thing about you, heck, when you're not in the
Uncle Gao said that Zhi has low self-esteem. He was worried that whatever advantage he might have now will diminish. Do you have any more film in the camera? Then get ready to use it. How well this goes for us.
Ooh, is there any more alcohol? Go on. Fill me up. I'm in a good mood.
There's only a little left. Here, I'll fill your glass. If you like it...
Whoa, this is the good... Huh? Zhi, you poisoned my water.
You seem surprised, Miss...
You...
How could I not? I've sacrificed years of my life studying and reflecting to prepare myself for this position. And in the end, I even had to poison my own. You really think I'd put myself through all that just to become your little puppet? I don't want about...
You imbecile. It's the Fatui who got you to where you are. Do you understand? If I disappear with no explanation...
Do you see the haystack in the corner? Underneath it is a pile of explosives. And next door in the dark room are the 3 undercover agents. I'm gonna stay here till I see you slip into unconsciousness. Then I'm gonna set this on fire. Once the flames burn through the hay, they'll ignite the
What do you...
I took the liberty of leaving some evidence of your contact with the undercover agents at the Black Cliff Forge. It won't take long for people to join the Fatui planted undercover agents in the Black Cliff Forge to steal their signature ruin-grade explosives. Their plan was... but things didn't quite go to plan. Mistakes were made that led to the act. Faced with the overwhelming evidence, it explains why you acted alone, while exonerating the rest of the... Of course, none of that will have anything to do with me. When all of this comes to my attention, I'm afraid I'll have no choice but to cancel the Qingshu Pool redevelopment plan.
Zhi, do you really think you're gonna get away with this? The Fatui has a record of everything. That and... after I die...
A record? Oh, you must mean the one in the hands of your second-in-command, Theophan?
What? How do you know about that?
Because when you contacted me, I also made contact with your associates. I have Theophan to thank for providing... He'll help me tie up all the loose ends. He has been eyeing your position for a long time.
That traitor!
Shh, 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 shh. Relax. It's over. After tonight, sweet dreams.
Ostia.
I did a little surveying on the way here and found that you'd left yourself 3 escape routes in case things... I have them all surrounded. If you're thinking of trying anything, we were here the whole time and have pictures of everything.
The game's up? Forgive me, I'm not quite sure what you're referring. I happened to discover a Fatui operation here, so I approached them on the pretext of joining...
This is how you want to play it, huh? Fine. You do you. All we need to do to convict you is establish that the poison in his system is the same as in Nothing else you wanted to add?
One wrong move and it all comes crashing down. You followed him here, didn't you? I was so focused. Let's talk about this, Yelan. I gave you my word that I would live up to the Tianshu name, and that much? When I take office, I can guarantee that I will act in your best interests. In fact, I don't deny that I used underhanded methods to get here.
You still don't get it, do you? Even now. What do you think? Exactly. Jur-E, clever people can always come up with a good excuse. But while you might be able to get there's nothing wrong with wanting to win other people's respect, but when he was like a teacher and a father to you, but you chose to repay that by poisoning him. Whatever positive goal you may have started...
That's enough.
Of course. What makes this even crueler is that you managed to convince yourself there was no other out of everyone in the world. He is the one who trusts you the most. So much that he drank your fish soup without doubting you, not for 1 second.
Boh?
That's enough!
Life is like fishing. It cannot be rushed. Whatever you do, impatience will accomplish nothing.
Cos'è che è la...
I was just like you once, desperate to prove myself. Only later did I realize things do not always turn out the way you plan.
Perfetto.
But you have to keep calm to carry on.
Oh, porca voglia, mi è caduto
You're
tutto.
still young. Be patient, believe in yourself, and don't look outside yourself to prove your value. Where's Jury these days? It's been a long time since he last paid me a visit.
Maybe he's just busy.
Well, next time, if he doesn't bring a pot of piping hot fish soup, don't let him in.
Whatever you were thinking about, we'll have plenty of time to mull it over in prison. Oh, I almost forgot. If the Fatui find out what happened today, prison might not turn out to be the safest place for you. Trying to have friends on both sides, it has a way of turning everyone against you. But right now, I have an opportunity for you.
Huh?
Sorry, things are about to get extremely busy for me. Let's meet at Yenshang Tea House tomorrow morning. I'll have someone remove the explosives. Then...
Need our help with that?
No, it could be dangerous. You should leave this one to the professionals. Don't worry. As long as they're willing to cooperate, this'll be a strict... Get some rest.
Intanto non ne abbiamo abbastanza. Ma va. No, non abbiamo abbastanza per fare le anti-la... Andiamo alle 8. Quindi il bastardo coopera per i fatui. Vabbè. Dovrebbe andare bene lo stesso.
Every journey has its final day.
Sì, sicuramente lo useremo come spia contro i fatui, sicuramente.
There is now no poison left in his system. But
Dr. Baiju, is my father going to be...
You needn't worry too much. Keep taking the prescribed medicine every day, and a full recovery will take at most 2 to 3 years. It's good we caught it in time. A few days later, and the toxin would have built up in the internal organs. At that point, things would have...
How did they successfully secure such a seldom seen poison? It seems the Fatui are extremely resourceful. Unfortunately for them.
Uncle Tien will be heading off now. Remember to get plenty of rest and avoid overexerting yourself.
Don't worry, I will. Thank you very much. Ah, and you're here too? Thank you for all you've done to resolve. Yes, the exhaustions.
Luckily, it looks like choosing the Tianshu's successor is suddenly not such a press.
Hey, Yelan!
My work is mostly wrapped up, so I thought I'd take a minute to check in here. The assessment process comes to an end here, Uncle Tien. In my opinion, Zhi is not suitable for the position. But Qianwei and Mingbo both have potential.
You have my gratitude. People can change their loyalties easily. I've always known this.
Is it just Paimon, or is up?
Normally, the Yuehai Pavilion would be responsible for assessing the candidates.
Yes, to be quite honest, when I first met Zhi, I wondered if he had approached me with a hidden agenda. I concluded that he had no ulterior motives whatsoever. In the end, even he changed. But when did it start? I never had any plans to recommend him directly, but I always intended to give him the chance to compete on a level playing field. Family background and fame mean everything to many people. I had no reputation to speak of when I first became Tianshu. I relied on Ganyu's assistance for all manner of things.
I have to admit, he's a smart guy. The intel suggests that the Fatui saw him as very low risk. But Zhi was still extreme. He chose that specific liquor from Xinyue Kiosk because the fiery flavor would mask the bitterness of the poison. And he chose to wait until the Fatui official was drunk and had his guard. He also installed a secret compartment in the wine pot he bought. Afterwards, we also found he had an antidote on him. Had the Fatui...
But that's still really...
Yes. Had he drunk the poisonous wine, he still would have faced serious health consequences despite taking the antidote. He didn't hesitate to put him...
How is Zhi now?
Well, I mean, he is sitting in a jail cell. Like Yanfei says, everyone who breaks the law has to pay the price. Still, he's cooperating. He didn't turn down my offer to strike a deal. I'll make sure there are plenty of guards around to keep him safe from anything the Fatui...
A deal? Does this have to do with what you said to him when you arrested him?
Yes, Zhi's not the one I'm interested in. If he was as far as this went, I'd have handed the case off to... But once the Fatui became involved, things got a whole lot more interesting. I thought I might have the chance to...
Well, did you?
Almost. Unfortunately, it slipped off...
Uncle Tien? Yelan? What are you talking about?
Zhi colluded with the Fatui to try and secure the position of Tianshu. Or, to put it the other way around, the Fatui made an attempt to interfere in the Tien... With Yusupov in our hands, and a statement from Zhi, we could afford to continue with a diplomatic offensive. Also, we'd be able to gain control of Theophan, Yusupov's second-in-command. Pawns like this can be major assets. They open up all sorts of new options. Why else did you think I was investing so much time and effort in...
So, okay, well, did your plan succeed?
We got halfway. The first part went off without a hitch, and we passed all the information on to Lady... But when we tried to make contact with Theophan, he was gone.
The Fatui must be spying on us. Otherwise, they'd never been able to respond so quickly.
I found out from other sources that the Harbinger Regrator got involved. The Fatui's main forces aren't concentrated here. Regrator was only treating this as a peripheral concern. It's a pity that Theophan got away. But knowing which Harbingers are still looking at Liyue is something. It gives me a starting point for my next mission.
I have to ask, Yelan. Do you have any desire to take over the bit? I remember you showed some interest a few days ago at Yenshang Tea House.
Oh, that. I prefer my current life. There's danger and there's excitement. Although it'd still be a behind-the-scenes role. As Tianshu. All right, I'm done here. Time for me to go.
Where are you off to this time?
As you might have guessed. But I'm sure if you keep going as you... Maybe I'll see you the next time danger beckons. Until then, keep your wits about you. If you have any more questions...
Finito. No, siamo proprio lontanissimi. E niente, ne faremo 9. Vediamo se abbiamo culo. Secondo me non otteniamo niente, guarda. Ah, otteniamo una cippa, te lo dico io. Va. Che già abbiamo, ma va, te lo dico io. Qua non otteniamo niente. È un peccato perché la lancia mi serviva. Si spera fino all'ultimo momento, ma... No. Ostia. No, ho sbagliato. Vabbè, meglio così. Non abbiamo buttato via niente. Meglio così. Abbiamo fatta una gratis. Vabbè. Ultima. No. Nada. Peccato.
This wine tastes the...
Un vero dispiacere. Vabbè. Ostia, guarda qua quanta roba che non ho infuso. Ehm, Niente, finisce qua.
Same as I remember. But where...
Peccato. Signori, chiudiamo la stream. Cioè chiudiamo il gioco. Visto che abbiamo fatto anche tardino, stasera. Ok. Allora. Ah. Ok. Signori, con oggi abbiamo concluso la storia di Yelan. E niente. Probabilmente per un po' non porterò Genshin perché di storia qua l'abbiamo fatta tutta. non c'è più niente di che, se non magari qualche evento che uscirà in seguito. Inizieremo a streamare altro, nulla di che, tanto abbiamo un bel po' di roba da streamare. Allora, io vi dico buonanotte a tutti, molto rapido, e ci vediamo alla prossima live. Notte a tutti.